Let's talk about. Let's talk about who owns the big bits. Who owns the important things in Britain? Round here, just up the road, we've got the National Trust, and we fall just outside the National Trust Park. So we've got this monument, and it's called Hoad Monument. We call it the Pepper Pot round here. Great big inland. It's the only inland lighthouse in the world, in England. I don't know. Anyway, it's an inland lighthouse. Great big monument, life-size lighthouse, circular stairs. You can walk up it. It's open to the public on the big days, the holidays and what have you. And this morning, the whole of the hill, it's on like a mountain, a hill. Our excuse of a mountain. It's on quite a big hill. And today we dropped we were picking one of our kids up. And I happened to mention the dog walkers, because loads of dog walkers walk up and down there, let the dogs off for a run. And I said, oh, the dog walkers are going to be disappointed because the hill, Hoad Hill, is full of sheep. The farmers are grazing the sheep on there. And Mark said, well, if they didn't, they've got to, because if they didn't, it would return to forestry. And I thought, well, only if people have planted trees there. But I get what he means. It would be overgrown if the farmer didn't graze sheep there. So I suppose they have to. But then I said, well, nobody owns it, do they? He said, of course they do. I said, well, who owns Hoad Monument? It can't be owned by somebody. It's got to be owned by the people. And he said, well, no, the council will hold the monument, but somebody will own the land. And that seemed weird. And I said, okay, what about the mountains? What about the fells? What about Skiddaw and Catbells and Scawfell Pike? He said, they're all owned by somebody. I said, no, surely they're owned by the National Trust because they're in the National Trust property. And Mark said, no, when you have something like that, somebody always owns it. They might not own the building, the monument, Stonehenge or Hadrian's Wall or even the big estates. But the land that these things are situated on, the boulder stone, in Ireland, the kissing thingy, they're all on land that a farmer or an estate owns. Never thought about it before. Crazy. It's one of those things that you just drive by and never think about. And I've done a bit of research, and Ulverston Town Council owns Hoad Monument. That's the lighthouse. Ulverston Town Lands is a company set up that bought the land around it. So it is kind of owned by the council, kind of. And then the people that maintain it are a charity-funded organisation. So yes, everything's owned by somebody. Nothing belongs to the country. Nice chat.